All right, so we're one night out from Ironman Muskoka 70.3. It is 8:28 p.m. So we're just on the last day of carb loading. So already begun, but we just got a margarita pizza with some tomatoes, a little bit of pasta on the side with that too. Then we should be ready to go. Now just gonna get prepared with nutrition and stuff like that for the race. So on the bike, we're gonna be aiming for roughly 3 hours on the low, probably. It's 90K, 3.5 hours. I'm gonna be loading up this bottle here. I've got it separated hour 1, hour 2, hour 3. After each section, we'll be downing a full bottle of water with that, just plain water. Nutritioning wise, I stick with Morton, which I got the Morton gels, Morton solids, and then we got the drink mix as well. Every hour during the race, I'll be taking 2 of these salt caps. These are from Eload as well. I'm a very salty sweater and it's gonna be hot, so I might be doubling that up. And a little tip with your salt caps as well. You can empty out a Tic Tac case, fill it up with these, makes it a lot easier when you're on the bike. And then at the end of the bike, going into transition, I'm gonna take 1 gel. On the run, we have a half marathon, around 21K. So I'm gonna be taking 1 gel every 45 minutes for that. And I believe every 2K, they have electrolyte drinks and gels like that as well. Yeah, and then again, it's gonna be a hot one. So if that's the case, I'll be throwing in salt caps on the run as well. That'll be about 1 per hour. And it's 21K. Again, for the race, I'm not really putting any expectations up, but for the run, hopefully complete the half marathon in hour 45 to 2 hours. So we'll see how that goes, which will end up just being 2 gels. For anyone who doesn't know, I also have been DJing for about 10 years. Party lifestyle and all that kind of stuff that comes with it, drinking, etc., late nights and all that kind of stuff. And just over time, takes a toll, doesn't really amount to anything. And kind of was getting fed up with that kind of lifestyle. And had a mentor of mine, a buddy, his name is Matty. I joined a gym, it's called Altia Active in downtown Toronto. And he had, I think I saw a story of his and I had replied, I was like, hey man, I was like, is that Altia? Like, that's the same gym that I just joined at. And I didn't really have much of a relationship with him at the time. He's just like a restaurant club owner from Toronto. And me being a DJ, I had played a couple of his venues, but very busy guy and just, you know, never really spoke much. He had responded, surprisingly, and then that next day he said, see you at the gym, like 6 a.m. I showed up that day, and ever since he had held me accountable, I just kept showing up, put in the work. He'd show up there every day and we'd train every day. And that kept compounding. At the time, still partying a little bit here and there, but progressively slowed down. And just also kind of as a mentor in life, etc., kind of just pushed me to grow and mature as a person. Obviously from years of drinking every weekend or even like multiple times a week and blah, 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 you're very blurred vision. So finally things cleared up, got on a much stronger path, and then really fell in love with the fitness side of things. I had a good little knack with that as I did my first 5K at the Toronto Waterfront Marathon with like a time of like 18 minutes, 26 seconds. That was without really even proper training. Like the night prior to that, I was up till 5 a.m. probably smoking weed, eating burgers and milkshakes, and we still showed up and still put up good times. And then over the year, like it just progressed, and we got more and more consistent and solid with the training. I started following nutrition, setting higher goals, stuff like that. And I think the next step was High Rocks, which I started training for that decently. And then it was like High Rocks Miami. It was a buddy of mine, Max. That's a few months ago, so we got into that. We ended up finishing with a time of 1 hour, 3 minutes, which is really good, considering we didn't have much background or training in that as well. And then I feel like kind of when you like lock in, you kind of just keeps growing and amounting to more, and you kind of just want more, because you know this is where I find my fun and my motivation from now. It's in fitness and new competition, new challenges, new tasks. So then the goal became the Half Ironman. one of the hardest parts with training has been just like sacrifice and commitment, like your time. Like you're really like, I've basically given up on drinking, given up on like, I don't really go out much. Like the weekends don't even feel like, they don't even feel like weekends anymore. They just feel like weekdays. And it's just, like your training becomes so like it's your priority. It has to be your priority if you want to succeed, especially for someone like me. I have no background in swimming. So like I really have to dedicate time to get better at that. So yeah, it's like sometimes a morning, say you have work, I don't know if you're working like 8 a.m. to 5 p.m. and it's a Friday and you know, you got 2 hours on the bike and an hour in the pool. So by the time you're home, done everything, get to the gym or wherever you train, you know, now it's like 9, 10 p.m. and you know, Saturday's the next day and you got your brick sessions, stuff like that. I personally have my brick sessions on the weekend. So I don't push the lifestyle onto anyone, you know, no hate on the people who love the party. I still like to party. I go out all the time. I just go sober. Anyone can do it. You can go out and have a good time. And don't get me wrong, like there's the odd time, you know, I'll go out very rarely, like I haven't in a long time, but there'll be upcoming dates, you know, have some drinks, have a good time with friends and, you know, but it's better to learn to have a balance, stuff like that, enjoy your life. And again, this applies more to people who, if you don't have much control with that kind of thing. I know a lot of people that don't. So, you know, just sometimes good to take a look in the mirror and see if you're happy with what you got. And if not, got to make some changes. Like you can't expect, can't keep doing the same thing and expect a new outcome, right? So it was another big motivator for me growing up. When I was a kid, dealing with my mom. My mom has like severe bipolar disorder, dealing with a lot of other severe mental health issues. Won't go into too much detail with that, but that definitely had a huge impact on my life. And I find now that I've found a more sober lifestyle, it's a big drive for me with this endurance athlete training. It really pushes me, you know, and I want to strive to be the best version of myself. And also just mental health really keeps me grounded. So it's really good. Honestly, surprisingly, I'm feeling pretty good. Like what are we at? It's 9:20. Probably gonna head to bed, like try to be asleep for 10 p.m. I was expecting the nerves to be much higher, but honestly, like I put in the work. I put in more than the work. Like on some days, if my coach had planned 2 sessions, sometimes I double the sessions. If this, you know, we have an hour in the pool, I'll do an hour 30 to 2 hours in the pool just to really like make sure I'm feeling good. We went through the hard. I had that anxiety attack at that sprint triathlon, so I kind of I've experienced the worst. Every day since I've been up here in Muskoka, I've been just sitting in the water in the wetsuit for like 30 minutes, getting acclimated to it. I know that's my weak point. So honestly, feeling pretty good. Again, don't know what to expect, but I'm going in with a good amount of confidence and not setting the bar anywhere, just make it to the finish line. So that's the goal. That's what we will do. And yeah, it's time to lock in, get some rest, and I'll see you in the morning. It's a foggy morning. Heart rate's good. I'm calm but ready. It's go time. So it's about a 45-minute drive to the course. Just rolling out of the trailer. Time to throw on my playlist. A little bit of Motley Crue, 3 Days Grace, and I got some EDM bangers blasting too. I'm just getting myself dialed in. Ironman 70.3 Muskoka, it's race day. 4 months of hard work, lots of sacrifice. We're here, time to put it all together. So now we're getting all set up, just packing everything down. Got my salt tabs in the Tic Tac box. Little secret. Got an extra stinger waffle from my buddy John over here. I lost some nutrition on the way down too, so it was a big save. I got my ankle monitor on. That's so they can track us through the race. Got all my bottles lined up and everything dialed in for when I get out of the swim. make it a quick flip, hop on the bike, and then get moving. It's all smiles out here, but inside, I'm nervous as hell. Fortunately, I made a little buddy in the lineup. He's done the Muskoka half twice now. Shared a few tips with me, so it calmed me down a bit. Truthfully, I'm buzzing. Can't believe I'm actually here. Here I'm absolutely losing my mind. But there's no backing out now. It's time to get started. We're officially in the water. The race has begun. This is what we trained for, the swim. Originally, I planned to go stroke, 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 breathe. But then adrenaline kicked in. I ended up going stroke, breathe, which in turn ended up redlining my heart rate. At one point, I was literally on my back thinking, there's no shot I can finish this swim. Then I locked in, focused, I saw the final buoy and I knew this is mine. All I needed to do is get out of the water. Big smiles, just absolutely excited, but on the inside I am boiling. I feel like my temperature is through the roof and my blood is just boiling hot. Finally, we made it to the bike. This is the part I was waiting for. Five minutes in, my chain dropped off. Absolutely devastated. Had to hop off, do a quick fix, and get back on the road. Fingers crossed it doesn't fall off again. After that, everything clicked in. Nerves gone and legs firing. I was just pushing, cruising, having a great time. We're in zone 3, heart rate's balanced, and I just feel absolutely dialed in. This is where I started to push. This is probably my best performance I've ever had. I just felt amazing. Moments like these where you realize all the hard work is finally paying off. Made it into transition for the run. I'm absolutely gassed. My legs feel like fucking bricks. Start to take off and I'm trying to cool down a bit. I just dumped a bunch of water all over myself. I get into the first kilometer and I just hit an absolute wall. I had to pull over, grab a fence, and I just stopped. I was just puking my brains out. Fortunately, I did not hit a complete wall. Once I puked, I felt 100%. It was the best feeling in the world, weird enough, and I took off. I was actually hitting a higher target pace than I had planned for, and I had sustained that for the run. I felt solid through here, and just every aid station, I'd take a little break, grab a water, refuel, and keep running. We had a solid run all the way through, stayed consistent. That was a battle. Made it out of the swim. I think bike was just amazing, all good. And then first kilometer on the run, it's like my first time doing nutrition stuff, so I think solids are just no good for me, but I thought I was gonna have to tap out, and I just grabbed a railing and stopped running completely. I was just vomiting for like 2 minutes. It was terrible. I actually felt great after that. Pushed through, solid run. Last couple of kilometers was like 3:30 pace and finished strong. I think I finished like a 5:45 or something, so it's great. Big shout out, one of my best friends, my brother, mentor, Maddie. Big shout out to Sean, my coach, and shout out to all my friends, family, everyone who supported me along the way. Couldn't have done it without any of you guys.